Welcome to SpeakEasy English Podcast, where English becomes simple.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeakEasy English. I'm Kate, and today I want to talk to you about something that changes everything: learning English on your own and actually succeeding. Because let's be honest, most people try to learn English alone and give up. They get lost. They feel confused, stuck, and even a little hopeless. Maybe you've been there too. You watch videos, download apps, follow teachers, and yet, when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. When it's time to listen, everything sounds too fast. And when it's time to study, you feel like you're not moving forward. But here's the truth. You can absolutely learn English by yourself. You just need to know how to learn the right way. In this episode, we're going to create together your complete daily English routine, designed for people who study alone and still want to achieve real fluency. I'll guide you step by step, showing you how to train your brain, your ears, and your voice until English feels natural, effortless, and truly part of who you are. And by the end of this episode, you'll not only know what to do, but how to think like someone who's already fluent. A quick story. The power of self-learning before we start. Let me tell you a story. When I first began learning another language, I was completely alone. No teachers, no classes. Just me, my notebook, and my phone. I remember recording my voice every day, and I hated the sound of it. I made so many mistakes that I wanted to quit. But after a few weeks, something changed. I started to notice patterns. Words I had heard hundreds of times suddenly made sense. And one day, without thinking, I responded to a question in that language. Not because I remembered a rule, but because my brain had finally started to think in it. That moment changed everything, and that's what I want for you. To reach that point when English isn't something you study anymore, it's something you live. The right mindset. Stop thinking like a student. Let's start with the first step, your mindset. If you truly want to learn English alone, you need to stop thinking like a student and start thinking like a language athlete. Because learning English is not about memorizing words or grammar rules. It's about training your mind every day, just like you train your body. Fluency is not talent, it's training. So, from today on, I want you to see your English practice like going to the gym. Each time you listen, repeat, shadow, or read, you're building a stronger brain. Each mistake is a micro muscle tear that rebuilds stronger. When you change the way you see learning, everything becomes easier because you stop chasing perfection and start focusing on progress. Shadowing practice, Part 1, Mindset Sentences. Now let's train together. Repeat after me. First slowly, then naturally. Let's reprogram your brain with powerful thoughts. I can learn English on my own. Repeat slowly. I can learn English on my own. Now naturally, I can learn English on my own. Fluency is not luck, it's daily practice. Repeat slowly. Fluency is not luck, it's daily practice. Now naturally, fluency is not luck, it's daily practice. Every word I learn brings me closer to confidence. Repeat slowly every word I learn brings me closer to confidence. Now, naturally, every word I learn brings me closer to confidence. Mistakes are my teachers. Repeat slowly. Mistakes are my teachers. Now, naturally, mistakes are my teachers. I'm not studying English. I'm living it. Repeat slowly. I'm not studying English. I'm living it. Now, naturally, I'm not studying English. I'm living it. Mini reflection, take a deep breath. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, speaking English freely, without translating, without fear, without hesitation. That person exists. And that person starts here, today, with you. Because you're not just learning English. You're training your brain to think differently. So, let's begin your journey. In the next section, we'll build your perfect daily routine, the one that actually works when you study alone. Part 2, your daily English routine. The structure that builds fluency now. That you understand the mindset. It's time to build your foundation, your daily English routine. If your goal is to become fluent, you can't just study randomly. You need a system that works with your brain, not against it. Think of your routine as a language ecosystem. Every part of your day helps the others grow. Listening improves speaking. Speaking improves confidence. Reading improves vocabulary. Writing improves clarity. And together they form a natural cycle, just like living in English, even when you're alone. Morning. Wake your brain in English. Your day begins before you even touch your phone. The moment you open your eyes, you can choose what language your mind wakes up in. Don't start with social media in your native language. Start by thinking in English. You can say to yourself, "Today is a new day. I'm ready to learn." You can describe what you see. The sun is bright. The room feels warm. Or you can simply listen to a short English podcast while brushing your teeth. The goal isn't perfection, it's exposure. You're telling your brain, "This is the language I live in." Let's do some shadowing practice for your mornings. I start my day in English. Repeat slowly, I start my day in English. Now naturally, I start my day in English. I wake my mind with English sounds. Repeat slowly, I wake my mind with English sounds. Now naturally, I wake my mind with English sounds. Every morning is a new chance to grow. Repeat slowly. Every morning is a new chance to grow. Now naturally, every morning is a new chance to grow. Midday, train your ears, your voice, and your thoughts. Morning sets the tone. But midday is when you train your brain to work in English. During lunch, a walk, or a quiet moment, listen actively to English. Choose a podcast or video where people speak naturally. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on rhythm, tone, and emotion. Your brain learns sound patterns before vocabulary, and then talk back. Repeat out loud what you hear. This is shadowing in real life. Let's practice together. I'm going to say a few daily life sentences. First, repeat slowly with me. Then say them naturally, as if you were living them. I'm walking to the bus stop. Repeat slowly, I'm walking to the bus stop. Now naturally, I'm walking to the bus stop. The weather feels nice today. Repeat slowly. The weather feels nice today. Now naturally, the weather feels nice today. I'm making lunch and listening to English. Repeat slowly. I'm making lunch and listening to English. Now naturally, I'm making lunch and listening to English. English is part of my daily life. Repeat slowly. English is part of my daily life. Now naturally, English is part of my daily life. The more you practice speaking while doing daily activities, the faster your brain connects English to action, not translation. Afternoon. Focus on vocabulary and grammar. Naturally, afternoons are great for study time, but not the boring kind of study. We're not memorizing lists or grammar tables here. We're going to learn the natural way, through context. Here's how you do it. Choose one short text, a paragraph, a quote, or even a short story. Read it once just to understand the message. Read it again, and notice new words. Instead of translating, look for patterns. What do those words mean in context? How do they feel? Every time you learn a new word this way, it becomes part of your long-term memory because you connected it to meaning, not translation. Now, let's shadow some affirmations for learning naturally. I learn English through real situations. Repeat slowly. I learn English through real situations. Now naturally, I learn English through real situations. Context teaches me more than rules. Repeat slowly. Context teaches me more than rules. Now naturally, context teaches me more than rules. I understand grammar by using it. Repeat slowly. I understand grammar by using it. Now naturally, I understand grammar by using it. You see, grammar isn't something you memorize. It's something you feel. The more you read and listen, the more your brain notices what sounds right. And that's how real fluency is built. Evening. Reflect and create. At night, your brain processes everything you've learned during the day. So instead of watching random videos before bed, end your day in English. You can. Write a short diary in English. I'll listen to soft English podcasts or stories. Talk to yourself and review your day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Let's practice together with a few reflection shadowing sentences. Today I learned new words. Repeat slowly. Today I learned new words. Now naturally, today I learned new words. I'm proud of my progress. Repeat slowly. I'm proud of my progress. Now naturally, I'm proud of my progress. Tomorrow I'll speak with more confidence. Repeat slowly. Tomorrow I'll speak with more confidence. Now naturally, tomorrow I'll speak with more confidence. Closing reflection. Your daily English circle. Every part of your day is a language opportunity. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a living routine, one that breathes with you. Morning to wake your brain. Midday to practice with sound and action. Afternoon to grow through reading and reflection. Evening to internalize everything you learned. That's how fluency is built. not by studying harder, but by living smarter. And if you do this consistently, you'll realize that English isn't something you study anymore. It becomes part of who you are. Part 3. Speaking and Listening Mastery. Training your voice and your ears. When people ask me, Kate, what's the secret to speaking fluent English? I always give the same answer. It's not about vocabulary. It's not about grammar. It's about sound. Because before you can speak English fluently, you need to hear English clearly. And before you can hear it clearly, you need to feel it. Fluency starts in your ears, travels through your mind, and comes out through your voice. So in this part, we're going to train both your listening and your speaking so your words can flow naturally, without translation, without fear, and without hesitation. 1. Listening. Hearing. With intention. Listening is not just hearing sounds, it's connecting meaning to music. When you listen to native speakers, don't chase every single word. Focus on the rhythm, the rise and fall, the melody of English. English is not a flat language. It dances, it breathes, it flows in waves. Listen to how I say this sentence. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Did you hear the rhythm? The soft rise, the drop, the pause? That's intonation. That's how meaning is carried through emotion. Now, let's do shadowing together. Repeat slowly. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Now naturally, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Excellent. Now, let's add emotion. Say it again as if you're giving advice to a friend. Feel the intention behind the words. Ready? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Perfect. That's how you make English come alive. 2. Active listening practice every day. I want you to spend at least 15 minutes listening actively. That means choose one audio. It could be a podcast, a YouTube video, or even a movie scene. I listen once for general meaning, and then listen again and focus on one element: pronunciation, tone, or rhythm. Finally, repeat out loud what you hear, word by word. That's shadowing practice in its purest form. You're not memorizing. You're mimicking. You're teaching your brain to copy natural English like a native child does. Let's do a few together. I'm listening carefully. Repeat slowly. I'm listening carefully. Now naturally, I'm listening carefully. English sounds clear to me. Repeat slowly. English sounds clear to me. Now naturally, English sounds clear to me. I understand more every day. Repeat slowly. I understand more every day. Now naturally, I understand more every day. You see, by repeating these small sentences, you're training both your ears and your mouth to move together. 3. Speaking. Finding your English voice. Now, let's talk about the most personal part of language, your voice. Every person has a unique way of speaking. When you speak your native language, your muscles, your lips, your tongue, they already know what to do. But when you speak English, your mouth must learn a new choreography. So, how do you train it? By practicing placement, the way sounds vibrate in your mouth and throat. Try this. Say the word love. Feel how the sound starts deep and ends softly on your lips. Now say think. Your tongue touches your teeth. These small movements make your English clear and natural. Now let's train with shadowing. I love learning English. Repeat slowly. I love learning English. Now naturally, I love learning English. I think in English every day. Repeat slowly. I think in English every day. Now naturally, I think in English every day. My English voice is confident and clear. Repeat slowly. My English voice is confident and clear. Now naturally, my English voice is confident and clear. You see, your voice in English is not something you find overnight. It's something you build. With every repetition, every shadowing exercise, you're crafting a new identity, a fluent one. 4. Everyday speaking practice. Let's make this part practical. You don't need a partner to practice speaking. You just need moments. When you cook, when you walk, when you're in front of the mirror, talk to yourself. Say what you're doing. Describe what you see. Imagine you're telling a story to someone in English. For example, I'm washing the dishes and listening to my favorite podcast. I'm walking outside, and the air feels fresh. The traffic is crazy, but I'm staying calm. Each of these small moments builds automatic fluency. Let's shadow a few daily examples together. I'm getting ready for work. Repeat slowly. I'm getting ready for work. Now naturally, I'm getting ready for work. I'm talking to myself in English. Repeat slowly. I'm talking to myself in English. Now naturally, I'm talking to myself in English. The more I speak, the more natural it feels. Repeat slowly. The more I speak, the more natural it feels. Now naturally, the more I speak, the more natural it feels. These are not just sentences, they're habits. And habits become identity. Now, take a moment and close your eyes. Think about why you want to speak English fluently. Maybe it's for travel. Maybe for work. Maybe for connection. To meet people from around the world. Whatever your reason, you need to feel it, because emotion gives power to your voice. When you speak English with emotion, people don't just hear you, they feel you. Let's end this section with emotional shadowing. I speak English with confidence. Repeat slowly. I speak English with confidence. Now naturally, I speak English with confidence. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Repeat slowly. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Now naturally, I'm not afraid to make mistakes. My voice in English represents who I am. Repeat slowly. My voice in English represents who I am. Now naturally, my voice in English represents who I am. Closing thought. Speak to grow. Speaking and listening are not skills you study. They are skills you grow into. Every sound you repeat, every word you hear, every emotion you express, they are roots of your English fluency. The more you water them with practice, the stronger they become. So remember, fluency is not a goal. It's a journey. And every time you speak, you're already walking it. Part 4, Vocabulary and Grammar. learning naturally through context and curiosity. When people think about learning English, most of them imagine long lists of words, pages of grammar rules, and complicated charts full of verb tenses. But let me tell you a secret. That's not how the brain learns language. Your brain doesn't want rules. It wants meaning. It doesn't remember what's on paper. It remembers what it feels. So in this part, we're going to change the way you think about vocabulary and grammar forever. We're going to make English not something you study, but something you discover. 1. Vocabulary is energy, not memorization. Every word you learn carries energy. It's not just sound. It's a feeling, an image, an experience. Think of the word sunrise. You don't just know what it means. You see it, you feel it. That's what you want to create when you learn new words. So how do we do that? Here's the secret. Learn words in context. Instead of memorizing book cadi livro, read a short sentence. I'm reading a book about space. Now, book has a story. It lives inside a moment. When you connect new words to real experiences, they stay in your memory naturally, without repetition, without frustration. Let's do this together. Shadowing practice. Vocabulary in context. I'm learning new words through stories. Repeat slowly. I'm learning new words through stories. Now naturally, I'm learning new words through stories. Every word has a feeling. Repeat slowly. Every word has a feeling. Now naturally, every word has a feeling. I remember words because I live them. Repeat slowly. I remember words because I live them. Now naturally, I remember words because I live them. 2. Learn through curiosity. Here's something most learners forget. The more curious you are, the faster you learn. If you love music, study English through songs. If you love cooking, watch recipes in English. If you love science, read short articles about what fascinates you. The key is to follow your curiosity, not someone else's routine. Because curiosity creates emotional connection, and emotion turns language into memory. Let's practice a few affirmations together. I learn English through what I love. Repeat slowly. I learn English through what I love. Now naturally, I learn English through what I love. My curiosity helps me grow. Repeat slowly. My curiosity helps me grow. Now naturally, my curiosity helps me grow. I connect English to my passions. Repeat slowly. I connect English to my passions. Now naturally, I connect English to my passions. Free grammar. The rhythm behind the music. Let's talk about grammar. The word that scares almost every learner. Most people see grammar as a list of rules. But grammar is not a prison. It's rhythm. Every sentence in English follows a natural pattern, a heartbeat. When you listen enough, you start to feel it. The way words arrange themselves. The way questions rise. The way statements fall. You don't need to remember every rule. You need to feel the structure. Let's practice that feeling together. Shadowing practice. Grammar in motion. I learn grammar by listening and repeating. Repeat slowly. I learn grammar by listening and repeating. Now, naturally, I learn grammar by listening and repeating. I understand grammar through examples. Repeat slowly. I understand grammar through examples. Now, naturally, I understand grammar through examples. English structure makes sense to me. Repeat slowly. English structure makes sense to me. Now, naturally, English structure makes sense to me. I don't memorize grammar. I feel it. Repeat slowly. I don't memorize grammar. I feel it. Now, naturally, I don't memorize grammar. I feel it. 4. Use what you learn immediately. Here's another powerful secret. Your brain forgets what it doesn't use. If you learn 20 new words today and never say them, you'll lose them. But if you use just 3 in a real sentence, you'll remember them forever. That's why every time you learn something new, you should turn it into a sentence, a short story, or a thought. Let's try it right now. New word, progress. Instead of memorizing, say, I'm making progress in English every day. New word, challenge. Say, learning alone is a challenge, but I enjoy it. New word, confidence. Say, every word I speak gives me confidence. Now shadow with me. I'm making progress in English every day. Repeat slowly, I'm making progress in English every day. Now naturally, I'm making progress in English every day. Learning alone is a challenge, but I enjoy it. Repeat slowly, learning alone is a challenge, but I enjoy it. Now naturally, learning alone is a challenge, but I enjoy it. Every word I speak gives me confidence. Repeat slowly, every word I speak gives me confidence. Now naturally, every word I speak gives me confidence. 5. Writing to remember finally. Let's add one last technique. Writing for memory. When you write something down, you slow your thoughts, you clarify your ideas, and you tell your brain, this matters. Each night, write 3 sentences in English. One about something you learned. One about how you felt. One about your goals for tomorrow. You'll be surprised how quickly your sentences start to flow, naturally. Let's end this part with one last emotional shadowing. I write to remember. Repeat slowly. I write to remember. Now naturally, I write to remember. My words become stronger every day. Repeat slowly. My words become stronger every day. Now naturally, my words become stronger every day. I'm not just learning English. I'm becoming fluent. Repeat slowly. I'm not just learning English. I'm becoming fluent. Now naturally, I'm not just learning English. I'm becoming fluent. Mini reflection. The art of living words language is alive. It grows when you use it. It changes when you feel it. And it becomes yours when you love it. The more you connect English to your life, your music, your memories, your passions, the faster it will become part of you. Because you're not just building vocabulary. You're building a new world inside your mind. Part 5. Reading and Writing Mastery. Transforming input into expression learning English is not just about understanding others. It's about expressing yourself. It's about reading something and feeling it deeply, then writing something and realizing, this came from me. That's when you know English has stopped being a subject and has become a part of your identity. In this part, we're going to explore how reading and writing turn your practice into expression, how they make your mind sharper, your speech clearer, and your confidence stronger. 1. Reading to absorb, not translate. Many learners open a book in English and immediately panic. They see new words, unfamiliar phrases, and think, I'll never understand this. But here's something powerful to remember. You don't need to understand every word. You just need to understand the story. When you read in English, you're not only learning vocabulary, you're training your brain to think in English patterns. The more you read, the more your brain connects grammar, structure, and rhythm automatically. So stop translating. Start absorbing. Let's try a shadowing practice for your reading mindset. I read to understand, not to translate. Repeat slowly, I read to understand, not to translate. Now naturally, I read to understand, not to translate. Every page teaches me new words. Repeat slowly. Every page teaches me new words. Now naturally, every page teaches me new words. I grow with every story I read. Repeat slowly. I grow with every story I read. Now naturally, I grow with every story I read. Per reading as a window to the world, reading in English is not just a study habit. It's a window to other minds. When you read, you travel to different countries, different emotions, different lives. Every paragraph gives you a chance to see life from another perspective. That's why I always tell my students, read what inspires you. Read what moves you. Read what makes you think. Start with simple stories. Then move to articles, essays, or even books that challenge you a little. Because each word you face is a seed. And every seed you understand grows into confidence. Let's repeat that feeling through shadowing. Reading opens my mind. Repeat slowly. Reading opens my mind. Now naturally, reading opens my mind. I learn new ideas through English. Repeat slowly. I learn new ideas through English. Now naturally, I learn new ideas through English. English connects me to the world. Repeat slowly. English connects me to the world. Now naturally, English connects me to the world. 3. Writing to think clearly. Writing is one of the most powerful tools to improve your English because it forces your thoughts to become visible. When you write, you slow down your mind. You start to see how you think. You notice mistakes, patterns, emotions. It's like holding up a mirror, but for your brain. And here's the magic part. You don't need to write perfectly. You just need to write honestly. Start small. Write one line every day. A thought. A sentence. A reflection. For example, today I practiced speaking and felt proud of myself. Or, I made some mistakes, but I didn't give up. That's how you turn practice into progress. Let's shadow a few affirmations for writers. Writing helps me think clearly. Repeat slowly, writing. Helps me think clearly. Now naturally, writing helps me think clearly. I express my feelings in English. Repeat slowly, I express my feelings in English. Now naturally, I express my feelings in English. My writing improves a little every day. Repeat slowly, my writing improves a little every day. Now naturally, my writing improves a little every day. 4. Journaling. Your English diary. If you truly want to build fluency, make journaling a daily ritual. Every night, write for 5 minutes in English. Write what you did, what you learned, what you felt, what you're grateful for. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. What matters is consistency. Because when you write in English, you're not only practicing grammar and vocabulary, you're training your mind to think directly in English. Over time, you'll look back and realize, my English thoughts are clearer now. Let's practice that mindset together. I write in English every night. Repeat slowly. I write in English every night. Now naturally, I write in English every night. My English journal shows my growth. Repeat slowly. My English journal shows my growth. Now naturally, my English journal shows my growth. Each sentence I write builds my confidence. Repeat slowly. Each sentence I write builds my confidence. Now naturally, each sentence I write builds my confidence. 5. Reading plus. Writing, the perfect balance. Here's something few learners realize. Reading and writing feed each other. When you read, you fill your mind. When you write, you empty it with clarity. Reading gives you vocabulary and structure. Writing helps you use them. The more you read, the better you write. And the more you write, the better you speak. Because you're shaping your thoughts with precision. So make this your daily rhythm. Read a little. Or write a little. Speak a little. Listen a little. That's the true balance of fluency. Let's close this section with some affirmations to internalize that connection. Reading and writing make my English stronger. Repeat slowly. Reading and writing make my English stronger. Now naturally, reading and writing make my English stronger. I learn by reading and I grow by writing. Repeat slowly. I learn by reading and I grow by writing. Now naturally, I learn by reading and I grow by writing. English flows through my thoughts and my words. Repeat slowly. English flows through my thoughts and my words. Now naturally, English flows through my thoughts and my words. Mini reflection. The inner voice of English reading teaches you how others think. Writing teaches you how you think. When you combine both, you begin to find your English voice, that calm, confident inner voice that no longer translates, no longer fears, and no longer doubts. It simply speaks. Part 6. Consistency and motivation. Keeping the flame of learning alive. When you start learning English, everything feels new, exciting, and full of possibility. But then, life happens. You get busy. You get tired. You start to doubt yourself. And one day you ask, am I really improving? That's why this part is about something even more powerful than grammar or vocabulary. It's about consistency and belief. Because consistency builds habits, and belief turns habits into mastery. 1. The truth about progress fluency doesn't come in one day. It comes in thousands of small moments. A sentence repeated, a word understood, a thought spoken aloud. Every little effort counts. When you study for 5 minutes, when you listen to a podcast on your way to work, when you whisper in English before bed, you're growing. Even when you don't see it. Let's shadow that thought together. Every small effort matters. Repeat slowly. Every small effort matters. Now naturally, every small effort matters. Fluency grows one day at a time. Repeat slowly. Fluency grows one day at a time. Now naturally, fluency grows one day at a time. Even when I don't see progress, I keep going. Repeat slowly. Even when I don't see progress, I keep going. Now naturally, even when I don't see progress, I keep going. 2. The power of routine. You don't need to study all day to learn English. You just need consistency. 15 minutes of focused practice is more powerful than 2 hours of distracted studying. Because consistency tells your brain, this is important. So, build a daily rhythm. Make English part of your life, not just a subject, but a habit. Let's make it real with shadowing affirmations. I practice English every day. Repeat slowly, I practice English every day. Now naturally, I practice English every day. English is part of my daily life. Repeat slowly, English is part of my daily life. Now naturally, English is part of my daily life. My consistency makes me fluent. Repeat slowly. My consistency makes me fluent. Now naturally, my consistency makes me fluent. 3. Overcoming fear and self-doubt. Everyone feels insecure at some point. Even native speakers make mistakes. But fluency isn't about perfection, it's about courage. The courage to try. The courage to speak even when your voice shakes. The courage to believe in your future self, because every mistake you make is proof that you're learning. Let's repeat it together. Mistakes help me grow. Repeat slowly, mistakes help me grow. Now naturally, mistakes help me grow. I am not afraid to speak. Repeat slowly, I am not afraid to speak. Now naturally, I am not afraid to speak. I'm proud of my progress. Repeat slowly, I'm proud of my progress. Now naturally, I'm proud of my progress. 4. Motivation. Through vision, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, speaking English with ease, understanding movies without subtitles, confidently talking to anyone, anywhere. That person is you. The version of you that never gave up. Keep that vision alive. Let it guide you when you feel tired. Because fluency is not about being gifted. It's about being committed. Let's bring that energy into your voice. I believe in my English journey. Repeat slowly, I believe in my English journey. Now naturally, I believe in my English journey. I see myself speaking fluently. Repeat slowly, I see myself speaking fluently. Now naturally, I see myself speaking fluently. I am becoming the person I dreamed of. Repeat slowly, I am becoming the person I dreamed of. Now naturally, I am becoming the person I dreamed of. 5. The English lifestyle. The key to long-term success is not studying harder, it's living smarter. Turn English into your lifestyle. Listen to music in English. Watch short clips or shows without subtitles. Change your phone language. Talk to yourself in English during the day. Write your thoughts in English every night. The more you surround yourself with the language, the faster it becomes second nature. Let's anchor this habit with shadowing. English is part of my world. Repeat slowly, English is part of my world. Now naturally, English is part of my world. I live my life in English. Repeat slowly, I live my life in English. Now naturally, I live my life in English. The more I live in English, the more fluent I become. Repeat slowly, the more I live in English, the more fluent I become. Now naturally, the more I live in English, the more fluent I become. Now take a deep breath. You've come a long way. You've practiced listening, speaking, reading, and writing. You've learned to connect words to emotions, to feel the rhythm of the language, to build habits that will last a lifetime. Remember this: fluency isn't a destination. It's a journey you walk every day. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Let's close this session together with 3 final affirmations. I'm proud of my English journey. Repeat slowly, I'm proud of my English journey. Now naturally, I'm proud of my English journey. Every day I'm becoming more fluent. Repeat slowly, every day. I'm becoming more fluent. Now naturally. Every day I'm becoming more fluent. I'll keep learning, growing, and shining. Repeat slowly. I'll keep learning, growing, and shining. Now naturally, I'll keep learning, growing, and shining. Thank you for being here with me today. You've shown dedication, patience, and courage, and I want you to remember this forever. You already have everything you need to become fluent. Keep speaking. Keep listening. Keep believing, and no matter how small the step, never stop walking toward your dream. See you in the next lesson.